Greetings, welcome along to another City Skylines stream. Today I'm continuing with my city of Portland, which is growing very nicely, roughly 61,000 people. Money is holding steady at 4.2, 4.3 million and climbing at a modest rate of 2,000 a week. And everything is ticking along nicely, but I do sometimes get a bit of traffic problems. So what I've decided to do today is to enable the TMPE traffic manager mod, which, if I understand its purpose, will allow me to do fine-tuning of things like what vehicles can go on what lanes, restrictions of parking, lane control, so this lane goes here, this lane goes there, all these sort of fine level of control that I think will hopefully be useful. It's completely new to me. I've not used this before, so it'll be interesting to see how it works and whether it makes a major difference. So let's just get on with it. For example, we have this road here, which was put in with the intention of allowing buses to get from the interchange here in the city centre out into the residential areas of the city over here without having to deal with these junctions, which can get clogged up and busy, and they're not too bad now, but they can do. And so the intention was to have this as a bus only lane. Of course we couldn't do that, so I'm hoping with the TMPE mod that it will also be something I can actually enable as a restriction, although now traffic is actually flowing quite nicely around here. Excuse me. But just as an experiment, so this is the TMPE mod. I've never used this before. I don't know what I'm doing with it. So let's just have a look. We've got this button here, which is vehicle restrictions. So let's see what this happens. Ban vehicles from certain road segments, exactly what I want to do. So click on a road segment. So we'll click on here, Greybridge. So we can allow all vehicles, ban all vehicles, or apply vehicle restrictions to the entire road. We've got icons here. So I want to say no private cars, which I'm presuming is this one here, in either direction. So this will mean we're allowing buses, we're allowing police vehicles, we're allowing delivery goods. No. So we're allowing buses, police vehicles, recycling vehicles, and other emergency vehicles, I guess. Okay, so that's what's going to happen there. Excuse me, I am recovering from a cold, so excuse the voice, which is not optimal, and there will be some coughing, I'm afraid, on the stream today. So that will prevent private cars going up here, which is good. Private cars at the moment then will have to go this way, and I think I want to restrict that as well. Yeah, so we say no private cars in either direction and no lorries. So this is essentially a service road. City service vehicles can use it, so garbage trucks, buses can use it. Oh no. Oh, as soon as I put a mod on and start messing around, we're going to get the biggest earthquake I've ever had. This is not good. Let's move that out of the way. Get into the shelters, people. This is going to be a big one. It's the big one. 9.8. This is going to cause some damage. Let's hope it's not going to have an epicenter right in the middle of the city. Let's speed things up because the suspense is going to go crazy. Oh no. If this goes absolutely wrong, I've got the save game backed up, so I can always revert and pretend it didn't happen. 9.8, crikey. I've had little earthquakes, but not 9.8. The suspense, come on, get on with it. Okay, there it goes. Right, where is it going to be centered? Okay, it's not in the city centre, but it's not far. It's going to cause damage. We've got damage to the motorway straight away. I can see buildings going down. I can see fires starting. Gosh. I've got a power cable outage here. I've lost the building. My expo centre was here. Well, that was big. Right, it's finished. Let's let everybody out. Get back to work. Let's look at the reports. 287, 32 buildings destroyed. We've got water problems. Right, let's hit pause. Okay, the water outlets are here. They look like they're powered. Do we have a gap? Yeah, we've got no service on these lines. So what's going on here? Here. Okay, we've got a break in the line. I think that's all that is. Yeah. If I reconnect that, we should be fine. Right, carry on. Look at the power. I need somewhere else for that TMPE mod. I'm going to put it over on the right. Power. Power is fine. Water supply and sewage is fine. Okay. Let's look at the disaster overlay. Yeah, fair bit of damage there. All the way over. But you know, look on the bright side. That could have been a little bit closer into the city. We could have lost a lot more. Let's get the motorway repaired. Okay. It could have been a lot worse. That was the biggest earthquake this city has suffered. Got a huge chasm there now. I like keeping these little scars on the landscape. It sort of, you know, it reflects what's happened really. And got trees growing here. But I want to put my expo centre back because I'd only just built that. Where is it? It wasn't that. That was offices. Wasn't that? Was it? No, that's the Opera House. Was it this one? Yeah. Right. I also need to repair this road before I do anything. So that came down here-ish. Excuse me. And we had public transport. Metro. So I'm just going to pause this for a second. I'm just going to bring this line back and pop the public transport back in. And where's my line gone? Slope too steep. Don't give me that nonsense. Okay. And then we can rerun that line down to here. That's where it was before-ish. Carry on, and we want the expo centre, and that went in next to it. Run the power line. It's already there, that's fine. There we go. That was the key damage, really. We've got fire over here. Excuse me. Okay. Lost a little bit of population, but we'll not worry too much. There's fire there as well. Hopefully the fire service will be responding quickly. Right, now, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? How is the damage looking? You know, we've got these little pockets. I'm hoping disaster recovery will sort these out. Fingers crossed. We'll leave it for now. That's the whole point of having disaster recovery, is that they sort that out. Now, I want to restrict parking, I think, on this road. I certainly want to restrict parking on this. This is a makeshift roundabout, so we're going to get rid of parking on there. So which one was that? Was that that? No, that's clear traffic. This one. No. Oh, this one. Parking restrictions. No parking. No parking. No parking. No parking. No parking. So no parking on the oversized roundabout. Now, this is before I knew what I was doing with roundabouts, so I'm going to upgrade this to a motorway. Hopefully. Right, what's going on here? Motorway. Curved. Come on. Ah, I'll just do it straight. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So there'll be no parking on there anyway because that's a motorway. That's that sorted. I don't want parking here. This is too close. But then the commercial zones are probably not going to like that. Okay, we'll not worry too much at the moment. Traffic is flowing, which is good. Reasonably busy metro station there. Look at all those people. Lots of people. All going about their day to day, which is good. Making their way to public transport, hopefully. Lots of, well, not all of them actually. Wonder where they're all going. I could look. Ha, I thought that bus was towing a caravan for a minute. But no. It's a motorbike. Is that really a motorbike towing a caravan? Good grief. That was weird. Okay, right. So that's what I wanted to do for there. That's fine. We can't get car. Well, cars are coming the other way. Where are they going to go? Because there's no. Oh, they can go down there. Let's have a look at traffic levels then. Okay, not too bad over here. This was getting a bit of a hot spot, but it's not too bad at the moment. Got a bit of a population drop since the earthquake, which is a shame. Right, what's the problem over here? Not enough raw materials. Oh, well, I thought this was an oil area, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, let's just generalise this industry then. Okay, what's traffic over here? Rather busy. So if we look at this, we can see what's going on with the traffic. So we should have one lane right, one lane left. But this is obviously a bit crazy. I presume there's no traffic lights on this junction. So let's have a look at this junction. Yeah, let's put traffic lights on there. Now, I understand that I can do timings for traffic lights. Is that right? Manual traffic lights, switch traffic lights. priority signs, lane connector. I thought I could do timings. Time traffic lights. Click on a junction. Okay. Set up timed traffic lights. Add step. Ooh, this looks like this looks complicated. After the minimum time has elapsed, 1, switch to the next step if more waiting than driving. You know what? I don't want to mess around with that at the moment. I'm going to have to read up on that. That looks complicated. Right. We'll come back to time traffic lights. I'm going to have to do some thinking on that. And thinking live on stream is probably not the best and most entertaining thing to do in the world. Right, let's see. Traffic flow isn't too bad around here. Traffic flow here is heavy. We could do the roundabout there, really. That's going to require a bit of disruption. We could do that. Alright, roundabout going in. So we'll take that out from there. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-way roundabout. Going to have to move the crematorium. And once again, I will apologise for my voice and the occasional cough, because my throat is a little bit off today, and it has been for a few days. Roundabouts, just a small roundabout, and then I'm going to customise it. No, not enough space. Need more space. Oh, what's that? Is that a fire station, police station or something, or school? Let's see if I can squeeze that in there then, rather than move that. Is it going to fit anywhere? What if I take that back a bit more? Come on. I know it's disruptive. Can we just... Oh, look. Yes. Yes. Nearly. Yes. Yes. That'll do. Okay, good. Right, take that out. Take that out. Take that out for now. And then we need to reconnect. So we need that one to there. We need that one to there. No, that is going to have to move, isn't it? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, no, 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 we can do it. It's fine. Don't panic. It's fine. It all fits. It all works. What do I want? Just a bog standard road, isn't it? I don't know why I'm using a bog standard road, not tree-lined one, but it is what it is. We'll keep it the same for now. Can we curve that in? No? Come on. You've got to fit in there. Come on. Oh, blast. Right. It's because I've got... Oh, there we go. Bit of a tight turn, maybe, but no, it's not too bad. And then it was this one here, which maybe would make more sense if I moved this whole junction over here and brought it straight on. Excuse me. So that was a 2-lane road, wasn't it? Bring that over here. Come on, space occupied. Go on, you can fit into there. Go on. Just because there's a monorail doesn't mean you can't fit, does it? Does it really? No, it doesn't. Haha. It does fit. It's a tight turn, but it does fit. Okay, now we need to rezone everything. What do we have then? Should have made a note of this beforehand, never mind. Right, that's residential. There. We got office industry here, here, here. We've got commercial here and here. And here, I think. This probably wasn't zoned. That looks like it should be commercial there. Okay, that looks alright. And hopefully that will just improve the flow of traffic a little bit. Excuse me. Right. Progress is progress. Right, what have we got here? Bus stop out of the way. That should come into here. Can we just move that? Bring that back in there. Right, what's going on here? This green line is all over the place. That shouldn't be going down there. That should be running down here. Why is it not? Shouldn't be coming into the city. Should be using the bypass. So why is it being awkward? Right, so comes down. Should come down here. Round and round about a little bit, and then off here. Why am I not dragging? Why is that not moving? I'm on bus, aren't I? Yeah, bus stops. Right, this one. Over here. There we go, come on. Well, that's what I had before. There, sorry, wrong side of the road. Sometimes I can be the biggest idiot in the world with this game. Right, so bus comes down, straight over at the intersection, comes down, comes off this roundabout, goes around, loops around, stops at the station, and then what? Am I looking at the right one there? I've got too many bus lines visible. It's a green service. Is it the X2? Yes. Right, so yeah, so comes in, loops around, sort of hidden by... Why is the pink line still showing? Look, now this annoys me. I select only the X2, and all of a sudden it's got the E1, the E3, the E4, and the N1 showing, which I didn't want. Right, here we go. So bus comes in, loops round, back onto the roundabout, that's fine, comes off here, that's no problem, picks up a few passengers around this area of the city, and then back out onto the bypass and back up to the city centre. Good. So we haven't destroyed the bus route, just need a little tweak. And hopefully that will flow, still fairly heavy traffic, but hopefully that's just going to flow a little bit nicer. Okay, right, I'm not going to worry too much about that. This is a horrible junction, but to redesign this with a roundabout is going to end up demolishing a huge section of this area, so I'm not going to worry about that too much at the moment. Yeah, we'll leave that. Now this junction is horrendous. Do we have traffic light control on this junction? No, we don't. I think we should have traffic light control there, because it is absolutely awful. And again, when I built the city, really I should have thought about it and put a roundabout in here at the time. But now, to do so will be awkward because I've got various bits and pieces here, a lot of roads going on. It'll require a lot of redesign and moving things around. So I'm reluctant to do much here. My preferred option really is to give people alternative routes, and even to downgrade these routes. And this is quite a big bridge over here. I could think about a new bridge, but the question is, I've got a river in the way. Where the devil would I put it? What's going on here? I've got a power line out. That won't get repaired, so let's fix that. Oh, my toll bridge. Of course, nobody will be paying their tolls. We can't have that. Excuse me. Right, that's better. Dear oh dear, no, we can't be having that. Okay. So we've got a bit of a hotspot here onto the makeshift roundabout. This road has traditionally been busy. I'm thinking about restricting parking to increase space, but will it actually increase space? That's the question. You'd think it would. Excuse me, particularly when it comes to any bus stops along this way. Have we got bus stops down here still? No, so that doesn't matter. I'm presuming if I put, I mean, this is a 4-lane road, so restricting parking isn't actually going to free up any space. The problem is probably more that we've got traffic lights. I will have to ponder that. How is this? This is all being emptied. 530 to go. I'm emptying out the cemeteries. I'm emptying out old landfill. Talking of which, that one's empty now, so that can go. Yes, I do. Bye-bye. Which is good. Tidies the place up a bit. Do I have any more landfill dotted around? That's pollution. That one's garbage, isn't it? So we've got recycling and incineration, but no more landfill. That's good. That's a positive step for the city. We're moving forward. We've got a bit of demand for commercial, tiny bit of demand for residential, which is strange because the population is slowly decreasing. We were at 61,000 at the start of the stream. We had an earthquake, and since then it's all just slowly dropping off. What's the population profile like? So we've got quite an even split between young adults, and seniors. But 15,500 seniors means we're going to get a bit of a die-off at some point. So we probably will see a dip. This is what I find has been happening over the last day or so, is that the population increases, you get a drop for seemingly no reason, which is presumably just the population dying off, and then it climbs back up again. Now, traffic around here is crazy. So now this could be a prime example of where the lane allocation could be useful, because we've got vehicles in the left lane here coming off onto the right. Now, why it's running smoothly at the moment, that potentially has the issue of the chance of causing a bit of a blockage if we've got vehicles here coming off to the right. So let's experiment with the lane connector. Never done this before. So this one goes to here and to here. This one, hello, this one goes to here. So in theory, that should maybe, potentially, remove any risk. Say it might remove any risk. We're now getting huge build up here on the roundabout, but I don't think that's because of that. Okay, and we have a similar thing here, but this one already is allocated, but we might as well do it just for fun. This one heads, hello, it doesn't want to click. What is that? There we go. No, there we go. Just for fun, just because I can, even though the lane already says that, but that just makes sure that people are going the way they should be. Now, coming off the roundabout, we've got this one should go to here. Come on. Maybe I should zoom in a bit more and see a bit more what I'm doing. This one should go round to here and to here. Let's see. And then joining the roundabout, this one should go to here. This one should go to here. And this one should go to here. Maybe. And then we have a similar situation here. Well, this one should be exit only. This one can go to there, and this one can go to there. Middle lane can go to the middle lane as well. So the right lane on there is exit only. I have no idea whether this is going to make things any smoother or not. In theory it should, but we've got close junctions in close proximity, so it might just mean there's a lot of lane changing, and that might make things a bit more awkward. So let's come around and see what we've got here. So we've got a double lane exit here. For reasons I have no idea, I can't remember why I made that a double lane exit, but I did. So that one can go to there. That one can also go, come on, to there. and then this one can go to there or to there. Okay, and then we've got another double lane exit over here, so we'll have a similar idea. So this is exit only, this is exit or continue, and this one is continue only. Okay, and this is, of course, well, that one definitely will go to there. This one can go to there or to there, and that one can go to there. So vehicles that are coming round leave a lane spare. That might not work. Because the exit is in such close proximity, I suppose. Excuse me. I apologise again for the cough. Right, well, we'll see how that works. That might not work. That might just jam things up a bit more. We might need to tweak how things line up, but we'll see. Again, we could do something here, but this isn't really heavy enough to worry about what's going on. We've got a crossroads here, so I could upgrade this to a 2-lane and then have one to go right and one to go straight on. It's not busy enough to worry about though. We've got a garbage collection problem here. We'll worry about that in a bit. Okay, this is flowing quite nicely. Got a little bit of traffic build up here, but it's not really becoming jammed or anything, so I'm not going to worry too much about that just yet. If there's anything I want to worry about, it's going to be up here. So what's going on here? Let's have a look. So we've got 3 lanes splitting off to 2 and 1, so this could require some control. So let's put this here. Right, so we've got right-hand lane, straight on only. Left-hand lane to that lane only, and right-hand lane. Oh, that didn't click, did it? Come on. Green to green. And then straight on only. And right turn only. Okay. Again, I'll just have to keep an eye on it, see whether that makes anything smoother, because if you're in the middle lane here, you're going to end up over here, and then that could be a little bit of a problem if you want to turn off. I doubt very much that traffic is clever enough. I'm just watching it for a little bit to see if anyone is cutting across. No one is cutting across at the moment, so maybe they are clever enough to get into the correct lane further back. Does seem to be the case, doesn't it? That's interesting. That's good. Excellent. So that's flowing nicely. Traffic flows at 74%. It's heavy traffic, but it is moving, so that's good. Now then, as we come down to this roundabout, everything is moving. I don't see too many problems here. This is potentially a very busy roundabout. There's a lot going on. But I'm not going to worry too much at the moment. We've got no trucks coming down to the cargo terminal. That's interesting. This is usually busy. We've got one. I've got a cargo terminal active over here as well. Is that taking all the load? Huh, that would be interesting. Excuse me again. And we've got a lot going on these roads here. This tends to get very busy, so maybe we need to think about what's going on with these lanes. These are two-way. Yes, they are. So let's have a look at the traffic connectors for here then, because we've got a lot of vehicles staying in the left here, not really using the other lanes, which causes a bit of a jam. So let's see. So you can go left there. You can go left to there. Hang on a minute. Let me think. Left and left, left and left. And you can go there to there. This one can go straight. This one can go straight. And this one can turn right. But nobody is using these other lanes. They've got 3 left turn lanes here and no one's using them. Can't all want to go up there. So this is going to be a left only lane. If you're in that lane, you're going left. If you're in this lane, you can go straight on. If you're in this lane, you can go straight on. And if you're in this lane, you can go straight on. And then we'll have the same again down here. So this is a left only lane. Oh no, sorry, excuse me, this is a one-way road. So I think if we bring that out to there, that to there and there, that to there and there, and that to there, then we can connect this lane to here, and that lane to there. So that's quite complex. Excuse me. But we can see this truck here can get down into that street a lot easier now. Okay, so now we come down to this junction. So left only. Left only to there and there, and left only to there. So we've got those 3 lanes coming in, and then this can be ahead only to there and to there, and actually we'll make this one ahead as well to here and to here. Not that many people are going ahead, but you never know. There we go. So we've got vehicles hopefully moving a little bit smoother on there. Maybe not, but hopefully that's the intention. As we've got more lanes in use in a way, which definitely spread the vehicles out. Whereas before everyone was in the left lane only. Now things hopefully will be a bit smoother. We're still getting jams, there's no doubt about that. But hopefully people get through those jams a little bit quicker than they would have done. Okay, let's see what's happening. Yeah, see very heavy traffic. I mean, this is an issue, definitely. Did I do the top one actually? Yes, I did. Excuse me. So what's going on here? Why are we... Is this traffic lights? Junctions. Let's get rid of that for a minute. Yeah. I'm going to turn the traffic lights off for that. That's not going to be a stop. That's going to be a stop point, and that's going to be a stop point. So the priority is around here. This is a silly little bit. I mean, really, it's a 4-way junction. I suppose a roundabout at some point might be a worthwhile upgrade. Again, I know they're worthwhile doing. I just don't like the destruction that putting in a roundabout brings. It means taking a lot of this out and rezoning it and everything. But I suppose if it's really necessary, it's really necessary. So they're all trying to get down onto this slip road by the looks of it to get onto the motorway. There's just so much going on that it causes a tailback all the way up the road. I mean, the other thing we could do, well, there's no way onto the motorway from this roundabout, actually. I was going to suggest making this a one-way section, bring vehicles down onto this roundabout, and they can go down onto this roundabout and then up. But I doubt they'll do it. But we can try it. We can see what happens. Okay, one way then. Go the other way. I have no idea if that's going to help whatsoever. Excuse me. Yeah, they're not all turning onto the motorway, but a lot of them will do. Some of them are going straight back up and around again. I suppose the other thing I could consider is about whether we have so many junctions. But then, of course, I suppose if I take this connection out, we're going to have lorries turning around to go back up, which will have its own issues. It is flowing. It's flowing. I mean, you're not going to wait hours in this queue, but you are waiting. 77% traffic flow at the moment, so it's not horrendous. My traffic flow, I think, has been as low as 68, something like that, so it could be worse. It's definitely improving slowly. I'm going to have to think about it. Think about what I want to do. That's flowing okay. Ah, we've got a jam here. Excuse me. So let's just make sure that this lane is left only. So only those wanting to turn off are getting stuck in that queue. If you're going straight on, you get in the right lane, you're not going to get stuck. There we go. Did he just drive down the hard shoulder? I'm sure he did. Excuse me. Oh, this stupid cough. It's getting on my nerves. And we've got a four-way junction here. I dare say that's traffic lit, unless I've changed it. No. Well, it makes sense that being traffic lit, I suppose. Although traffic isn't heavy. Let's see what it's like with stop signs. Traffic isn't heavy down here, so if they can just sort of do their own thing, that might make things move that little bit smoother. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So as we come this way, that's all working fine, nothing really to do there. I could say that both of these lanes go into the single lane here, but we're working okay, so I don't think we need to worry about it too much at this point. That just splits off, that's fine. 2 lanes into 1 there, but that's because of restrictions on the width of the road that will go in. I can't get a wider road in because there's just massive roads. This is a real spaghetti junction. There's a good view. There we are. Have a nice view of the spaghetti junction. All those roads. High-tech industry in the background there. So looking good. I'm pleased with this city. It's very much an unplanned city. It's just grown organically. There's no nice, neat grid system or anything like that. It's just been developed as time has gone on, with no real objective in mind. And I think that shows. I think it shows as a bit of a mess. but in a good way. It's not a mess as in, oh dear, what have you done? It's a mess that sort of works, and it's grown how city grows normally. It's not been planned from the ground up. It's just, right, we started here, and we just sprawled outwards. Things have changed slightly as they've needed to. How's this roundabout doing? This is a relatively new roundabout, actually. This might need some control. Let's have a look. No, it's doing fine. This was a multi-way crossroad. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roads all meeting at a square, and it was a real nightmare. I don't think we should have parking on a roundabout though, so let's take the parking off there. No parking. Nothing else. It just looks untidy. There we go. No parking on the roundabout. So what else can we do with this? Restrict vehicles, speed limits, that's good. Junction restrictions, oh, they sound fun. Time traffic lights, which I want to read up on and figure those out before I get into any detail on that. Add priority signs, switch traffic lights, manual traffic lights. I don't want to be doing manual traffic lights. And the change lane arrows. Don't get those. So what's the junction restrictions? So what is it? How vehicles and pedestrians shall behave at junctions. Oh, okay, so you can disallow U-turns. You can stop vehicles entering a blocked junction, and you can disallow pedestrians from crossing the street. That could be quite useful in certain cases. Don't really want to restrict pedestrians too much, but in certain cases that might be quite useful. Allow disallow lane changing for vehicles going straight on. Interesting. So what does that mean, I wonder? So we can say no U-turns, presumably. So that's no U-turns, that's U-turns on. Is that what we're saying? No pedestrian crossings. Allow lane changes, don't allow lane changes. So I think at the moment that's all disallowed. Would that be correct? And what was that one? I've lost my help now. Disallow lane changes for vehicles going straight on. Maybe that's that one, is it? No, that's going to be that one. That's a lane change. Allow or disallow U-turns. That's definitely that one. Allow or disallow vehicles to enter a blocked junction. Okay. Alright, so that makes that basically like a box junction in the UK. If the junction over here is, if it's blocked over here, you can't enter the junction. That makes sense. And allow or disallow pedestrians from crossing the street. So if I disallowed that, what would happen? This is just an experiment, I'm not leaving it like that. Nothing changes visually. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to stop people crossing there. Excuse me. Okay, there's something that could be useful in certain cases. I think I've seen roads before where we've had pedestrian crossings and then 2 seconds later there's another pedestrian crossing. I mean, like for example up here actually, I mean these don't need pedestrian crossings, do they? Why are pedestrians even going up there? Oh, I suppose they're crossing over to... Alright, no, forget I said that. Forget I said anything. There's a lot of pedestrians. This is good. I like seeing a lot of people walking around. It's very busy. So that's presumably to get access to the bus interchange. At some point I'm going to need to relook at how the metro works. 716 passengers. Wow, that's gone up. I don't think I've ever seen it that high. Excellent. Right, we've got an empty cemetery, so that can be demolished. And then we can reuse that space for something else. Might even rework this crazy slip road now that that's gone, because that was a bit in the way. This is really a bit too high. and the angles are a bit all over the place, so that could be something to look at some point. Did I have another cemetery anywhere? Let's look at death care. Burner, burner, burner. Yeah, I've got a few dotted around, so I'm going to empty these one at a time. I don't want to take up all the hearses just on emptying cemeteries. But taking these out will free out a bit of space that we can use to redevelop into residential, commercial, whatever. Where was I looking just now? Down here. See, we can rezone this now. We can have a bit more commercial in there. Or we can tidy up that office zone as well. There we are. Better use of the space. Nice to see things get redeveloped and put to better purposes, I think. Haven't changed much in the middle of the city for a long time. I've been very much focused on what's been going out on the eastern regions. The population, though, is really starting to take a dip. I did expect it, didn't I? I did say that we'd get a dip in population. We've got 17,000 seniors at the moment, and only 14 adults and 14 young adults. That's thousands. So as the seniors die off, well, we'll expect a population dip. I think that's what's happening. In terms of people's overall happiness, it's pretty good, 85%. Could be better, admittedly, but it's pretty good. What's going on here? Not enough buyers for the product, yeah. Zone more commercial. Well, it does say it wants a bit of commercial, doesn't it? So, where are we going to put that then? Well, we've got light commercial here. That could become dense. So we'll change that. I'm going to take out these offices as well, because they're a bit out of place. Hello? Why is that not clicking? Thank you. I'm going to put dense commercial in here as well. Is that all of it? I think that's all of it. And that commercial is a bit weird though. This really should be residential. So let's rezone that. It's basically just going to try and make things, put things in the right places. As time has gone on, I've obviously miszoned, or I had some weird idea about what should go in where. And it's not necessarily the best idea or best plan that I've ever had. Trouble with commercial next to residential is that commercial is noisy. Oh, idiot. D-zone commercial. What do I put in there? Commercial. That's because I'm talking about commercial. Stop saying commercial. Okay, there we go. So that becomes a proper residential street only. And this is a whole residential area. I think I want to bring more commerce into the city centre rather than offices. So I'm going to change that, because we've got dense high-tech industry up there. It doesn't make too much sense to me to be having little pockets of general industry down in the city. So this is all going to become commercial. This is now a commercial district. Excuse me. All right. We'll just let that grow. We've got a little bit of wasted land there. What was this? This was the bus depot. Yeah, that makes sense to keep that there because of the bus station. But that is a bit of wasted land. And up here is wasted land. It'll be good to get that used. So let's take a spur off. Oh, that's going to be used. Okay, so that's being developed. That's fine. Don't worry about that then. It'd be nice to get a bit of usage on here without causing huge traffic problems. I can't build a road down there. Building a road off there will require a ramp, so there's no point doing that. I could spur off here. That might cause traffic problems. Shall we see? it's not even going to be that much, is it? I mean, this might be a complete waste of time. So basically, I just want to use up the bit of land that's seemingly wasted at the moment. It's just how I'm going to do that. Without... Oh, I've broken something. Why is that broken? Just because I put a junction in there. Bus stop is broken. That's a shame. Okay. That might have been a bit of wasted effort, but hey ho. There's a tiny bit more commercial zoning going in there now. Excuse me. Right. Okay, that's good. Population has dipped 6,000 since we started the stream today. How long have we been going? 55 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Not going anywhere just yet. 75% traffic flow, that's not too bad. We could make this a left-only lane. To there and to there. And this is a head-only to there and to there. So anyone going straight on will not get stuck. Hopefully that will just smooth things out a little bit. I don't know if it will, but we shall see. Now, we've got buses going up here. In theory, this would be a bus-only area. Is there any reason why I shouldn't make that buses only? If cars want to get down to there, that new bit, they come off there. If cars want to come down here, they can do, but then they'll get stuck because there's no way off here. So you're not going to get the commercial, but cars can't come down there anyway, so that's... Yeah, I think I'm going to make this buses only. If cars come down there, we can join onto the main road there. I don't see any reason why not. I can't see any reason why this shouldn't be buses only. So, vehicle restrictions on this road. Certainly going north, we're going to say no private cars, no trucks, no recycling, buses yes, police yes, emergency vehicles yes. That way, give it a minute, I guess, to let the traffic filter. All the cars that are in the left lane here should stop being in the left lane. Ooh, what's happened to the train? Oh dear. That's not healthy. Now, why has it done that? We've got a collision. I didn't know you could have collisions. Now, why did he go up there? And him? The commercial vehicles. Why are they going up there? I said buses only. Buses, emergency vehicles, police cars. You as well. And him. Driving over the pavement. Give him a ticket. Straight over the central reservation. God, look, he must be drunk. He's just driven up here, done a U-turn, straight over the pavement, running over goodness knows how many people, straight over the central reservation, over the pavement, smashed into the building, all while carrying a caravan. Drivers, gosh. Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the monorail. How many people are on that? 21. Oh, okay. Well, people are using it. That's nice. For a long time, people weren't using the monorail, so it's nice to see that it's actually getting some use. So we've got no traffic building up here. That's good. I just want to keep an eye on this to see if cars have actually stopped turning into there. because this stretch here says buses only. And now I don't see anything. Now there's a bus. Yeah, that's fine. That looks good. Now, I'm going to put the buses only on the bus station as well, because that makes sense. I don't need people cutting through the bus station. So, no private cars, no recycling trucks. Sorry, no lorries, no recycling trucks. Emergency, yes. Police, yes. Buses, yes. So cars can come down here, and they can go onto here. I don't know why they would, rather than going down here. Or is that one way? No, it's not one way. So cars should come down here, really. So again, why don't we stop cars going on here as well? No private cars, no recycling trucks. Sorry, no lorries. I keep saying that. No lorries, no recycling. And hopefully that will smooth out the movement of buses into the bus station, because there should be no private cars going through there from now on. That's the plan. So here we are. I've got a couple of private vehicles here. Now, this is a left-only lane, so these should, in theory, are in the wrong lane. So will they change lane, or will they break the law by turning left? Let's see. Well, the bus got through there. That was a very short-phase traffic light. Go on, lights. There we go. Right, what is it? Oh, he's turning left. He shouldn't be turning left. And again, they're cutting over. Right, what is going on? They know they've gone the wrong way, and they're cutting over the pavement and despawning. That's weird. Excuse me. That is weird, isn't it? I don't know why they're doing that. Never mind. Maybe it's a bug. Let's watch that. See, now the hot dog vehicle is going straight through. Why is the hot dog vehicle going straight through? Vehicle restrictions. Well, I haven't put restrictions going the other way, so let's do that. I assume these are police cars. Maybe they're taxis, actually. But taxis to the bus station is fine. But that doesn't explain why the hot dog vehicle went through. Surely that would come under lorries. I don't know. Okay. We'll not worry about it. I can get hung up on these things. The key thing is that buses should be getting through to the bus station nice and easily, and it's straightforward enough for vehicles to go straight on if they need to. We've got so many junctions on this road, though, it is a bit daft. At the moment, I'm not too sure how to simplify it. I mean, I know, okay, more roundabouts, but I don't want to demolish too much. I could cut that road off from there, and that could be accessed only from over here, which can be accessed from this Cooper Street, but then that doesn't go through. So that used to go through, if I remember right. Cooper Street used to go right through, so that was a simplification of sorts. The trouble is, we've got a lot here, haven't we, as well? We can't do much about these. If I cut this off, then cars can't get down, because this is now buses only. Unless I said... Well, unless I said... Oh no, it's one way. No, it doesn't work. I was going to say, take this junction out and route cars down here and out onto here, but then anyone wanted to go up Rosewood Street wouldn't be able to, because this is a one-way road, and I don't want to change the one-way nature of this, because we've got, it's a primarily, if I can get my words out, it's primarily for buses to get into the bus station, but also is a link. We could say that this is a left only. No parking, left only, buses only, effectively. That could work. All right, let's have a look. Vehicles. Yeah, I've got no private cars going down there. There's no reason for a bus to turn right. So we'll put the, which one was it? That one. That to there. And that to there. There we go. So you cannot turn right off this road, which makes sense to me. Buses can come out here. I don't know if any actually do. That doesn't actually simplify the junction at all, though. I still need this connection. I was thinking in terms of this bit, whether this could be a one-way section coming in. I'm going to put no parking on that street as well. This one. No parking. Excuse me. Right. Okay, so that hopefully tidies that up a little bit. I like not having parking on every street. I've got a lot of people walking around, which is nice. How's that now looking? 824. It's getting higher by the minute. Highest I ever saw this before, I think, was in about 500 region in terms of passengers serviced a week. So this is a very successful underground stop, which is brilliant news. We've obviously got a good foot link across the bus station. And we've got a lot of people crossing over Thornton Bridge. Try not to get run over by buses. So that's good. Right, so what's the traffic flow looking at now? 78% excellent. So we're going slightly higher as we put in traffic controls. So if you just joined the stream, welcome along. What I'm doing here, this is a city that I've been building for the last few weeks. No real plan as to how this city has been built. It's been built using a vanilla version of Cities Skylines, and then a couple of DLC things were added. 3 DLC things, disasters, green cities, mass transit. And today I've added on the TMPE traffic management mod to give me some fine-grained control over what goes on with various roads, whether I could put restrictions on roads to stop private cars going over certain roads that are intended for buses only, putting a bit more control on which lane turns left, which lane goes straight on, all that sort of stuff to help improve traffic flow, which has traditionally been a little bit of a problem. So that's what's going on today, and it's just general pottering around. We've suffered a drop in population. At the start of the stream an hour ago, we were at 61,000. Since then, we had a rather major earthquake, a 9.8, I think it was, if I remember right, 9.8 earthquake, just outside of the city, and we can see the scar that left here. And since that, I don't know if that's directly responsible for any of the population drop, but since then we've had a drop in population. I'm suspecting it's more to do with an ageing population, because if we look at the profile, we've got 16,600 seniors and 14,000 adults, 12,000 young adults. So I think it's probably an ageing population which is causing the population drop. So we need to think really about where we're going to put some more residential areas, and this is where I'm feeling a little bit like, I don't really know what to do. Do I expand some of the existing areas? We've got the northern district here, we've got the main city district here, which is pretty full, and we've got the eastern area here, which is dominated by industry and a massive tangle of roads to connect the various areas of industry to the motorway network. So that's a bit of a problem in terms of where things are going to go. We've got a residential area down here, which is quite nice. This is sort of lots of parks and things. We've got some lower density residential here. I think I could probably make this a bit denser, or put some dense residential in areas in here to sort of box in the lower density areas, which are surrounded to the west, with the higher density areas here. So maybe I'll do that. Let's do that now, shall we? Let's take a small road. We'll take a branch off here, up to, but not onto, the motorway. I'm going to go up this way, just to there, and we're going to go down this way, just following that line of the motorway, and then we can zone in some dense residential here. I'm just going to take that square there and those squares there and put those on the dense residential as well. There we go. Right, so that fills in that little space, which isn't going to do much to satiate the demand that there is for residential zoning. So the question is, where shall we go next? Well, we've got some space here on this weird road. Now this looks weird. It looks weird because I've been upgrading my bypass to motorway grade. Traditionally this was a 6-lane road, but I'm planning to do a wholesale upgrade of the bypass road to motorway standard. So to make that all fit, this is sort of curved around and gonna be weird. Excuse me. And once again, if you didn't hear me earlier, I apologise for the state of my throat, the frequent sniffing and coughing as I recover from a mild cold. There we go. Right, so we'll zone those just because we've got the space. So they'll go up quite quickly. Now this isn't very high value. We've got a busy road. Well, say busy, it's not that busy I suppose, but let's have a look at land values. Not fantastic, understandably, particularly these here. I mean, what possessed me to think of putting a small residential street in the middle of a busy roundabout? I have no idea, and I dare say over time this will end up going as the motorway, as the bypass road, which is this motorway here, comes off, and then this road here is the traditional bypass. So what will happen is the motorway will continue up on both fronts, and then you'll have a roundabout over the top of the motorway. This is the intention. Roundabout over the top of the motorway, highway, whatever you want to call it, with slip roads off the motorway onto the roundabout, so that if you are continuing on the bypass, you don't have to worry about the roundabout, and if you want to come off, you can. So I dare say I am going to end up getting rid of this at some point. I'm not doing that now. Again, that's a sort of a wholesale redevelopment, really. Oh, we've got a water problem. Fussy residents would like their taps working, I suppose. There we are. Right. Happy now? Happy now. Good. Right. Surprisingly, the land value is increasing as we just go under this road, which surprises me a little bit. I thought with the road cutting through, this would remain quite low value, but it's not. It's increasing. I suppose you've got the fishing wharf here. But I mean, you've got a lot of trees down here, but there's nothing really here that's particularly attractive. What could we put down here for some more leisure? It's probably too steep for any sort of park. Yeah. Not much. Is anyone using the footpath? This is probably quiet. Yeah, no one's really using the footpath to link the two halves of the city. However, the footpath over here, last time I looked, was busy, and still is. Look at that. That's wonderful. All these people that are using the footpath to get across the river from the two halves of the city. I'm very pleased with that. This is obviously a popular link, because we've got a residential area here, and it links across to this residential area. So I suppose that must be one of the reasons why it's so popular. I don't know, really. But that is hugely popular, and this one over here just links, well, it links this light residential area by way of the park to this side of the residential area, but no one's really using it. I need to figure out why the bus is coming down here. The bus should not be coming down there. That's ridiculous. There's no stop. What line? E, no. Ah! No, stop. Go away. Thank you. Ugh. Right, that button. Right, that's going to be... Is that the E4? Yeah. So it's obviously going there to turn around. Bus comes down, loops around and goes up. Okay, I can see why it's doing that. Why are you looping around there, not around on the roundabout though? I've got to stop there. If I take that out, it'll probably go straight up. Right. There we go. Right, so that goes straight up. But then they lose their bus service. Sorry, people. So the question is, why did the bus not come up that road? There's no reason that I can see why the bus wouldn't have come down here. Have a stop there. It can loop around. It can have a stop here. It's quite near the fishing thing. So have a stop there. Have a stop here. Why not? Pick everybody up. And then off to work they go. So this is a bus service that links the residential area right round up to the crazy mad industrial section up here. We could do with a stop here, really, I think. That might be a bad idea just off the roundabout. That's probably going to cause traffic. It takes you into the farming area, Dale Heights. Everything's named automatically. I haven't named anything myself. Or very, very few bits I've named myself. And then it just loops back round. A few other bus stops as we go around. Could do one here. We haven't got one on this side. Let's have a bus stop in here. Comes around and then comes back. Now, actually, this is what I could do with the TMPE mod. This road here was always intended as a bus bypass, because this roundabout, this makeshift roundabout, got very, very busy before I put this branch in, with all the buses coming down, trying to loop round, and then going back in. So now buses come in, just do a short section, and then they come off on this, what is that? Robert Street. Off on Robert Street, we can see the bus going now. This is intended then for buses only. So let's take the TMPE mod and let's put some traffic restrictions on here. So emergency, yes. Recycling, no. Trucks, no. Taxis, yes. I'm presuming that's taxis. Buses, yes. Private cars, no. Excuse me. Okay. I mean, it's not busy, but that's the intention of the road anyway. The intention was that buses can get through a lot easier than cars can. If buses can travel easier, then hopefully more people use the bus. That's the thought process. Might not be right, but that's the intention. So we've got one-way road coming in, and then buses have to turn left, I think. I mean, they're both left arrows, so I'm guessing that is what is happening. Huge amount of people waiting for buses. Masses of people. I can't get over this footbridge. It's delightful. So many people using this footbridge. I love it. I just pop back here and watch. We've lost 10,000 people since the start of the stream. 51,933, and we were at 61,000 when we started. Stop admiring the footbridge and let's get zoning. Right, where are we going to put a new residential estate? Or are we going to extend the residential estate? I think we've got a lot of space here. We'd be a bit careful of the motorway. I don't want to go right up to it. I will put sound barriers in, but we've got a space here. So let's zone in here. So what have we got? We've got a two-lane road here. If I take out this house, I'll extend the four-lane road, sorry. Extend that under the... Well, I need to be a bit careful, actually, because this is what I'm going to upgrade to motorway standard, thinking about it. Maybe I should do that first. Alright, let's... okay, let's do a pause. Let's go to here, let's go to here, let's go to here, let's upgrade. Now it's going to cause a problem when I get here, and it's going to mean I'm going to have to do a lot of demolition, I think. And I might not do all that now. I mean, there's no rule that says it has to line up, I suppose. But it makes sense that it does. So this slip road's going to have to go in favour of... This isn't going to fit. This really is not going to fit. Nope. Not going to fit. At all. It's not, is it? So I'm going to have to take this off as well. Reroute that. Alright, wrong one. Bring that down there. Is that the right height? Yeah. Somehow I've got to get it over the junction there. There we go. I know I've got it going the wrong direction at the moment. This should be up and this should be down. So I'll swap that over now. I wonder if there's a quicker way of doing that. Okay, that's not too bad at the moment, but we do need to reconnect this bridge. Which will probably mean redoing that as well. So let's see, we want a 2-lane road. Yeah. Come off like that. Now this slip road from the outside motorway network, it could just come onto here. That would work. Maybe. And that's the wrong way around. It's not a busy junction, so I know it's a crossroads, but it's not a busy junction, so that may well work fine. The problem I'll have now is continuing the motorway around here. It's going to mean a lot of disruption and destruction, which is just what roads do. No, I can't do that, can I? What's going to get in the way? Is that a building? That's a police station, so I'm going to have to move that first. You can come in here. That can go, that can go, that can go. That school is probably going to have to move. Is that school? Yeah. Such an impact that building roads has, just destroys communities. I've got to try and bring this around carefully because I want to try and follow the road line. At least as close as I can. Right, what's occupying that space? Oh, that's going to be that road there, isn't it? Come on. Got to get across that road. It's too low down. Go up slightly. I'm going to have to stop that curve. It's just getting on my nerves. Let's bring it back a bit more. Just going to have to go a little bit higher than the other side, which is a shame. But that's the landscape. If I really was fussy about it, I would bring the other side up as well. And I might be that fussy, but right for this second, it doesn't matter. I just want the road connected. And I know we've got them both going the same direction at the moment. We'll sort that out in a bit. Oh, blast. I forgot about the city limits. Ah, how irritating. Excuse me. Oh, that is annoying. I'm going to have to move this other side. It's going to move inwards, so that means we're going to have to move this. I'll pop it there. I'll move this. It's going to go there. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We used to have landfill there, which I couldn't move before, but I've since emptied it, so now I can. So not the end of the world, just an annoyance. So let's connect this side first, and then we'll work the other side around it. Just got to edge it into the city. Come on. It's not out of city limits. Come on. Don't give me that. Well, let's just do a straight line. Get as near as I can. I'm going to have to bring that back. I'm going to have to bring this road down. Oh, such destruction. Why am I doing this again? I can't remember. I wasn't going to do this now, but there's a reason I am doing it now, and I can't remember what it is. And I have a problem connecting up here. It's a mess. There's no doubt about it. The motorway is a mess. I'm not particularly pleased with it. Now, I know that there is a mod that allows you to tweak road layout. I don't know what it's called. I will have to investigate. So that I can try and fine-tune. Because look at the state of that. I mean, that's rough. I mean, that's just bad design. Let's take that out and see if we can just smooth that out a bit, because that is awful. And motorway. Can we go straight? Yeah, this is why I didn't do it, because we've got to get across that road. How's that? Still awful. I've moved the bump, but it is still awful. So we're going to move that down. And I'm just going to do straight lines. How's that? Well, there is still a bump. It's just not quite as pronounced. And yeah, it's a very... I mean, it's fine. I don't think it would impede traffic flow at an angle like that, but it looks like a sharp angle to me. Now, I need to get this connected onto this roundabout. This isn't going to be the ultimate way this works, but for the time being, can we connect? Slope's too steep. Ah. It's always something. Bring it back. I know I can landscape. I know I could do that. Okay, bring that one back. Just be careful, we're getting close to the edge of the city boundary. Spending a lot of time on this. I have no idea what's going on in the rest of the city. Slope's still too steep. You are having a laugh. You are having a laugh. Well, you'll have to connect there then. And you are going to have to figure something out. Right, let's just put something on that works. Even if it's not particularly attractive, just make it work for now. Excuse me again. Right, we have a connection. It's not finished. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but the game can carry on. It's not attractive, but it should work. And I can't for the life of me remember why I was doing that there and then. There was a reason. Oh no, I know what it was. I was going to develop down here, wasn't I? I was going to put a residential area in there. And I just realised I've broken a connection here, but I don't think that matters too much because we've got the link there, so we'll not worry about that. That's what I was going to do. Have I broken any other connections? I don't think I did. I think that was all of them. Right. That's it. I remember now. I was going to bring the 2-lane road from here. Space is occupied because you can guarantee that's where the legs of the motorway are. Or it's too low. That's going to be too low. But it is. How annoying. Am I going to have to raise it up now? I've done all that. I think the answer is yes. Oh. Right. Raise the motorway. In both senses of the word at the moment. Right. Let's do straight lines. Bring it up. Bring it over. Hopefully that's enough to get a road under there. I think it is. I'm not convinced that was too low, but still. It's done now. And again, raise it up. Straight across. Try and line it up if I can. And then down. And once again, I've gone the wrong way. It's steeper going that way. But it's alright, you're going downhill, so you can use gravity rather than your accelerator pedal. Okay, so now we can get a road under there. Like so. There we go. Right, carry on. Blimey, that was a lot of effort. Right, where do we want to go? Let's go straight up. Too much. And I'm going to bring a road in. No, a little bit less. Maybe we can line it with trees or something. Let's go here. And it would be nice to connect onto this loop, wouldn't it? But that means moving the school again. But we could do that. We can put the school on this new section. So let's move the school. And let's bring that round on a curve to join there. There we go. Right, now we can move the school back. No, we can't. Can it squeeze in there? Put it in there. That's where roughly where it was originally. Now we can zone the residential stuff. Well, that took a long time just to zone a bit more residential. But there is demand for it. Let's upgrade the motorway to sound barriers. There we go. Try and keep it a little bit quiet. Let's put some trees in. Try and make it look somewhat attractive. Pretend there isn't a motorway hiding there. Just going to dot some of these over here like so. Okay, it's not hiding the motorway, but I might put some more in between them, we'll see. Looks better than not having them, let's put it that way. How's the water situation? Are they going to complain? Yes. So the way I work in water pipes, which I'm assured doesn't actually make any difference whatsoever, is essentially they're one big long loop. So any break will cause huge problems, but any break is also easy to find. So there is some method in my madness, but the idea was that they wouldn't get contaminated with any sewage water if there was lots of interconnections. I'm assured actually it doesn't make any difference. We've got bodies piling up. That's interesting. I think that might be because I'm emptying out cemeteries. But yeah, oh, it could be a problem. Let's see. Healthcare. We've got no healthcare down here, so that needs sorting. We also don't have much in the way of death care down here, so let's... No, it's not garbage disposal. How insensitive. Right, let's put a burner in down here. Can we fit that in there anywhere? Not really. That'll teach me for building on curves. No, I can fit that in there. I'll put another one in over here. There? Nope. Alright, there then. There we go. Hopefully that will solve that little issue. I dare say that, again, this is maybe the ageing population. Let's see. 13,000 seniors, so it's a slight drop. So 2,000 seniors have unfortunately killed over. Or moved out. But yeah, we've got a bit of a problem here with bodies piling up. But as I say, I think... Oh, well, this cemetery's been emptied, so hopefully the hearses from here will be available again. So let's get rid of this, which is good. Let's have a look at what's going on here. 9 hearses in use out of 9, so it's definitely busy. And now I can rezone this as some light residential. And, well, apparently I'll put dense residential in there, so why not? Go on, go live right next to the busy main road. Not the most attractive place to have your house. But hey-ho, it is what it is. I'm glad to see the traffic around here is moving freely at the moment. This has always been a very big hotspot for traffic in this city. At the moment it's flowing, it looks like it's flowing nicely. Pretty good. I mean, okay, I've had a 10,000, 9,000 drop in population since the stream started, so fewer people, fewer vehicles, I would guess, but still, a free-flowing traffic is nice to see. Why are citizens sick over there? Where's the healthcare in this place? So they've got healthcare coverage. Where's the nearest health centre? Well, they've got healthcare probably through the hospital, actually, which is way over there. There's a health centre over there, but there's no health centre over here, so maybe they should have some health centre provision. Okay, let's put something in. What do we have here? So we're not doing cemeteries anymore. That's not what we're talking about. Medical helicopters. We'll just have a clinic. We'll put a clinic in here. That should make people a bit happy, and that's probably a better use of that space, being so close to the underpass there, which comes out over here. Originally this was surface level, but it got so busy with all the intersections that I made an underpass, and now we just got little roads at the top. I keep thinking that something like that's got to happen here. I mean, this is such a problem that I haven't really decided what to do with it. And yeah, I know the short answer is roundabouts, but I mean, there's a lot here. We've got the transport tower, we've got disaster response services, we've got a theatre or cinema? Theatre. Over here, we've got the monorail, which, okay, is not the nicest of links, but it's there. We've got the shelter. So there's a lot here. There's a lot going on to relocate, to move, or demolish and then reinstate later on. So it's not quite so easy as just saying put a roundabout in. But something does need to happen. So it's something that I'm just playing in my mind, how is it going to work? Got a lot of traffic coming off the motorway. This is the end of a motorway. What originally happened is this was the city boundary. So this is what you might call Boundary Park. I should name it Boundary Park. So the motorway here, this was outside the city limits. Motorways would come in, and this would then bring you in to the city. You could have a couple of exits. You could come off straight away, or you could come off here, or you could keep going to the very end and come off here. And this was the northern edge of the city. So that's why the motorway suddenly ends. And there's not really any space to continue it. Not without massive, massive, massive changes to how the city works. So that's why that happens as it does. But obviously now we've got to the point where we've got huge traffic coming off the motorway. Let's have a look and see where everyone's going, because I think they're going everywhere. So we've got private vehicles primarily heading over the bridge into the eastern section. We've got some private vehicles coming back round, which doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, why would you come back round to the roundabout? Why would you not come off the motorway here and go onto that roundabout? But, you know, that's what they want to do. Waste their petrol or their EV batteries, because we've got mostly electric cars. That's up to them. We've got some trucks which are coming off the motorway and then are continuing north into the northern areas of the city. And then they're joining the bypass to get to the industrial area over here. That makes sense. So we've got no easy way onto the city bypass from this motorway, which is a little bit of a problem in terms of the trucks. In terms of pedestrians, well, pedestrians are pedestrians. Pedestrians don't cause congestion. So that's what's happening. So I suppose one way of alleviating traffic here would be to find a way to branch this exit from the motorway off out to the bridge. But again, it'll be a bit of a squeeze to fit that in. It could be done through another bridge, but it seems a bit of an odd way to get over there. If you come off this motorway then over here, and then you can join the bypass and go over that way, but people don't seem to do that. Going north is the problem. So this is all things I need to sort of figure it out, and I haven't figured it out yet. I know things will have to change. I know there'll have to be demolition and reworking of the way everything works, but the key thing is to keep it to a minimum. So I will keep pondering it. In terms of population, let's have a look. Right, 52,868 is edging up again, which is nice. Let's have a look at the demographics. Yeah, so seniors are dropping off. We've got 11,692 compared to, did it go as high as 15 earlier? It might have done. Adults, 18,757. We've got a lot of adults. young adults and teens combined, we've got 18,000. So we've got about the same amount of teens and young adults as adults, which is probably positive in terms of keeping a level population, I'd guess, because obviously the adults are eventually going to become seniors and the seniors will die off. Now, I forgot which button to push then. Just had a complete mental blank as to which button I was going to push. Now, let's see. Where can we squeeze some more residential in? Well, we could extend this road. It's only a small road, but we could extend it. If we branch off here. And then just a little bit there, not too much. And I'm just going to bridge the railway. There we go. Now this might be a mistake actually, making this a single lane in each direction road. So I think before I do anything, I'm going to upgrade that straight away. I have a habit of putting in two smaller roads and then finding that when I want to upgrade them, I've put something in the way. Like this, for example. Better to fix it now, make it work now, than to realise that, oh, this doesn't work and I've got lots of stuff around. Slope's too steep. Okay, I will bring it back a bit. Come on, there we go. Oh, yep, yep. There we go. So that bridges the railway as the railway. I can never say railway. Railway. The railway, which now goes under the city. Which this was the default line offered by the game. So that I made that subterranean, which pops out again here for the junction, and then it goes back under the city here to come out here for the bridge across the river before approaching the station here, and another branch which goes up to the western industrial area. Right. More residential. Now I want some water. There we are. Okay, that should keep them happy. Sam, hello, greetings. Welcome along to the stream. Hope all is well. We're just pottering about here. We have a real problem with dead people. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see what's going on with death care. This one, this one. Okay, yeah, we don't have much, do we? Let's pop in some cemeteries. Nip this problem in the bud before it gets worse. One can go there. Let's have one over here. There we go. So how's things with you, Sam? Whereabouts are you from? Are you a big fan of the game? I'm quite new to the game myself. We have a problem with not enough. Is that not enough buyers? Yeah. So we've got some problems developing in the city here. Not enough buyers. We've got demand for industry, a demand for commercial. We need more commercial zones then if we haven't got enough buyers. Okay, I've got to decide where these are going to go. I hate deciding where things are going to go. So I've got a light commercial down here, but they're just complaining there's not enough workers. Yet there's not enough educated workers. There's a university place here, a high school here, there's an elementary school here. From Italy, and about 500 hours in the game. Just taking a break. I think here in the UK, Sam, we'd probably call that a busman's holiday. 500 hours in the game, taking a break and coming to watch a stream of the very same game. I commend your dedication. I'm fairly new to the game. I bought it a couple of years ago and didn't really get into it, didn't really play it that much. And this month I've decided I'm going to get back into City Skylines. And this is my second city. The first one didn't get really much beyond a village before it just completely died out. And this one has been doing well. It's had its moments, it's had its faults and problems, and we'll see we've got a few things, a few problems building up here maybe. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm learning, but don't really know what I'm doing. So this is very much an unplanned city. Didn't want crime, wanted health. Very much an unplanned city. It's just sort of built up in its sprawl. Yeah, the road network. Yeah, the road is. It is a sprawl. It's literally is an urban sprawl. Completely unplanned, no grid system, anything like that. Roads just going where I feel like it. Traffic builds up, I try and address it. That's the way it's built. It's very much an organic city. As I learn things get changed and enhanced. Sometimes for the better, not necessarily always. And then when they don't work, I have to reevaluate and... Oh, no, it's only a little one. Another earthquake. An earthquake at the start of the stream, but that was a 9.8. This is only a 2.7, so that's fine. So yeah, it's very much trial and error. See what works, see what doesn't. Put some things in, decide actually that was a bit rubbish, and try something else. But you know, it's been moderately working. So we've got these little problems that are building up at the moment. I dare say we'll solve them. I hope. Okay, let's think. What do I want to look at? I wanted to look at something. It's gone. I wanted to look at something and it's completely gone. Healthcare. Deathcare. I've got 2 cemeteries over there which I want to discontinue at some point, but I don't want to do that now because we need the hearses. Why do I have a random roundabout coming off the motorway? Whereabouts? This one? This one down here? Well, this one down here takes traffic off the motorway coming this way, onto the roundabout, across the bridge, and then into the city. Same this way, off the route there, round the roundabout, over the bridge, into the city, if you want to go into the city. That was the plan with that one. It's a junction that works. It's a bit big, and I will probably redesign it to have the roundabout actually go over the motorway and have the slip road come off onto a roundabout, slip road onto a roundabout. There's the earthquake. Where's it going to be today? Oh, it is actually in the city. This is a first. I've had earthquakes in this game before. They've never actually been in the city. And this is where the water fails because it's all a line. Why do I need a roundabout? Just to look nice. Just to stop sprawling lines of roads. I'll go over to the other side in a minute and I'll show you other ways I've been playing around. Right, we need to reconnect the water. Let's just pause this game quickly. Right. Across there. That probably will go across there, I would guess. There is also an element with the roundabouts as planning for the future, because as I was saying, with junctions like down here, which are horrendously complicated now, if I was redesigning the city from scratch, this straight away would have been a roundabout. At the time, of course, it didn't need to be. It wasn't busy. But now, really, it does. And it needs a massive redevelopment. So there's an element of putting roundabouts in as anticipating how things might change in the future. And how we might need improved junctions and the like. UK is the land of roundabouts, yes. We do like our roundabouts. Roundabouts are good. Unless you put traffic lights on them, then they're bad. What am I doing here? 6 Lane Road. Let's get that reconnected. And you've got fires, or the game's paused at the moment, so nothing's going to sort itself out. 2 Lane Road. Space occupied. How did that squeeze around there then? There we go, that'll do. Excuse me, right. Okay, let's have a look at the water situation. Let's play the game. We've got a connection to water here, so this should come live. Yes, it does. Right, that's branched wrong. So I'm just going to bring a water connection from there to there. Hopefully that will bring the rest of that network live, and we'll see the water network reconnect. There we are. Good. Major problem averted. Now, what's going on with the roads? So we've got a road disconnected here. Can I connect for that while they're repairing and rescuing all the searching through all the rubble? I don't know. Let's see. No, not at the moment. Sure, a road went down there. Maybe it didn't actually. Maybe it didn't. Let's probably best to keep the politics out of it, but yes, UK's a bit weird at the moment. And when I say a bit, I mean a lot. Can't think where this road used to go. That would have gone there. Let's take that back from there. I'm sure this would have gone, sort of sure. This would have gone down here. Can I not connect there? Let's turn, snapping's not on. Why can't I connect to that point? That's irritating. Oh well. Let's move that. That's a bit weird. What's going on with that road? Maybe that didn't connect up. Maybe that was a dead end, actually, thinking about it. Let's do that. Why not? Okay, well, let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and then let's get this road connected down here. No, need to get rid of that one as well. Oh yeah, I do some terrain adjustments here and there, but I like to work with what I've got, if I can. I mean, it doesn't always work, and I do make the odd adjustment. But I think it's nice to have the city work with the terrain rather than the other way around. What trenches are you seeing? Oh, from the earthquake, you mean? The scar, if you like. Well, I might do. In fact, I probably will. Good point. Maybe I should. I don't do it all the time. If they're outside the city, again, it's just a nice bit of city history. Right, well that's obviously the wrong road because that should have been closer. So let's upgrade that. And let's move that then to bring that back onto the road. Might as well bring that into the corner there. Come on. Ah, there we go. That'll do. Right. We've got 2-lane road there that needs repairing. And tell you what, let's do that flattening of the landscape, shall we? There we are. Smooth. Okay, rezone the offices back in here. Let's get rid of that power line. That's probably not really needed now. I think that's a legacy thing. Get rid of that. Gone. Good. I'll fill that in, and there you go. I'll smooth that over as well. Oh, I've got a damaged road here. I didn't notice that. There we are. Excuse me. Right. Okay. Let's fix the landscape over here then as well. Since it's within the city. I mean, I had an earthquake over here, which I've left. But as the city expands that way, I may well change my mind on that. I may well flatten it out. Where was I looking? Here. My mind is going blank. This one. Good grief. It's been 2 hours. I shall probably have a rest soon. There we are. Probably gone a bit too high now, actually, thinking about it. Yeah. Just bring that down a bit. How's that look? That's not too bad. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not interested in making things absolutely perfect and absolutely uniform. I didn't have any of that zoned yet. That's for future building. Zone that as well. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's just make sure I haven't missed anything. All the roads seem connected again, which is good. Okay, there's a small earthquake, but that was probably the most damaging that the city has had, just because it was within the city boundary. So at the beginning of the game we had a 9.8 earthquake, which is just here, and all that did was destroy the expo centre and the motorway here. That was easy to fix. We've had a earthquake a while back with this chasm here, which I've left in place, which is rapidly getting hidden with roads. So yeah, talking about why do you need roundabouts and things earlier. So I did a lot here with no roundabouts and just branching roads off, and it became a bit of a sprawl. And it does have roundabouts hidden underneath the sprawl, and it does work, but it is a sprawl. It is a mess, and it's roads everywhere, and it's taking up space. And so if I can have a simplified junction that uses a roundabout and a relatively small footprint, then I would probably prefer to do that. I mean, I know roundabouts have their own footprint, and I know this junction here has a massive footprint at the moment, but if I simplify that and have a roundabout over here, then that creates a simple junction that can have other things going on to and from it without a mass of different slip roads going all over the place. That's the thinking about it, anyway. And as I say, yeah, in the UK, roundabouts are common. You'll frequently see a junction off a motorway, which is it's an elongated roundabout, sort of a rounded rectangular roundabout over the motorway. And then you'll have your other roads feeding into that, and you have slip roads off onto that elongated roundabout. So it's a common junction design here. And even this sort of junction design, which that's a smaller footprint version of this one over here, even that isn't unheard of, where you have a roundabout on either side and a bridge over the motorway or the main road or whatever it might be. So that's the reason why we have roundabouts. There are other ways, obviously. We've got the default junction type here, which the game has provided, of course. It's just another way of doing things. Right, how are we doing then? 56,000. The population is starting to edge up again, which is nice. It'd be good to get back up to 61 if I can, before I finish the game, although we have been going for nearly 2 hours 10 minutes, so it is a rather long stream now. We've got little demand for residential areas at the moment, so we're not going to worry about zoning those. We've got medium demand for commercial zones, so we can probably figure out where we're going to put a bit more commercial stuff in, and I think we can squeeze something up here, because this is a commercial district. So I'm going to zone that in there. And we don't really have any demand for industry. But even so, I'm just going to zone that as industry, because then that keeps this section to the left of the bypass as industry, this section to the, well, there's a bit of industry there as well, so it's not a strict rule, but then we've got a major commercial district, excuse me, to the right of the bypass, which at some point will almost certainly get demolished and changed, because this is gradually going to get upgraded to motorway status, as has happened here, and as happens here as well. Now, I know this is a mess, this needs tidying up at some point, but not right now. So, maybe we'll just let things tick over for a little bit, as we got middling. It is middling now. I wanted medium before, now it's middling. We've got middling demand for anything. It says medium, I don't consider that medium, I consider that middling. Let's just have a little look at traffic then. So I've got a little bit of a hot spot there. Traffic flows at 77%, which for the city is pretty good, as things stand. Yeah, I just keep coming back to this junction and trying to think about what I'm going to do to improve it. I've got the bypass road over here. I've got a 2-lane road here. I'm thinking of another bridge, but it's going to be right where the disaster centre is, so that's going to have to move. And we've still got the problem of getting people onto it, because another junction here is probably just going to make it just as complicated. Well, it's going to make it more complicated, and will probably cause even more tailbacks. But something's going to have to move here, and I'm trying to decide what it's going to be. We've got space over here, so I could put the disaster centre over that way, free up a bit of space there. Maybe we'll do that. What is that area actually, first of all? Yeah, that's offices, so that's not a big loss. But, is that road at ground level? It must be, mustn't it, because we've got offices there. I'm going to have to bring the landscape up a bit, so when I was talking earlier about not doing too much with landscaping, I'm actually going to have to bring that up, I think, because I don't know that that's going to move very well. You can also argue that, yeah, slope too steep, that this is a good place to put it, because we've got this roundabout which brings you onto the bypass road. So for disaster response, that's probably quite a good place for it to be. But to do it, I'm going to have to take this out. I'm going to have to level the landscape here. That'll hopefully be enough. Might not. I might have to do a bit more. We'll see. And now I can move this over here. No, still not enough. Oh, yes, it is. No, it's fine. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it was quite a slope actually. Not something I really noticed too much when I'm looking, because I look up here quite frequently. The contours of the landscape aren't necessarily that obvious. It's only when you get down or you really start looking at the contour lines that you realise, oh, actually, there's quite a hill there. But that's okay. So that frees up a bit of space there. Now, shall I move the emergency shelter? And again, I could move it over to the bypass road for easier access. However, we'd be moving it away from the residential area if I do that. It might be worth keeping it on the residential area. This doesn't get used often, but I'm going to pop it over there. Why are they not happy about it? They were happy about it, but they weren't. But they're surely still in the catchment for that, aren't they? Maybe they're not. Okay, so that frees up a bit of space over here. Not much, not enough for a roundabout. But maybe we can make a roundabout. Maybe we can make a roundabout. Yes. I'm going to have to reroute the metro line because this is going to get upgraded. So I'm going to pause the game for a minute. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to upgrade this bit other way around. Am I going the right way around for this game? Yeah, anti-clockwise. Yeah, and then this one is also going to get upgraded, and we'll go that way round. So traffic coming on has to go this way and up and across. That looks right, I think. It's going to break the bus stops. And I need the junctions to be correct. So no traffic lights. We can just see how that works. So it's not an official roundabout, but the idea is that it will work in a similar manner to a roundabout. Let's do some lane control. So yeah, this junction. So this lane will turn left. This lane will turn left and left, or straight on. And this lane can turn right. We might need to rethink that. That might, you've got left and left, maybe that should be straight on and left actually. So can I change that? How do I delete one? How do I delete that line? Huh. Can I not delete them once I've done them? Surely I can. How do I delete a connection? Help. Clear the source marker, target marker. Click anywhere with the second mouse to return back to the marker selection of every clock, please. Delete or backspace removes all lane connections. Shift S cycles through all available stay on lane patterns. Delete or backspace deletes them all. So I'd have to do them all by the looks of it. Yeah, okay. Right, let's do that again then. So left, straight and right, and right. This one can only go this way. Yeah, that makes sense. And then when we get to here, we've got another junction then. So we've got left, we've got straight over, and we've got right. This way is left and left. So you can only go, sorry, right. I'm talking left from my perspective, of course. I mean, of course, right. So you're coming up here. You can't go that way. We're saying you can't go that way. You can only turn right. So you go on to there, you go to there, to there. This way, you go that way. Straight, straight. That's fine. Or you turn off that way. So here you can go to any lane. I mean, maybe you should say this can go that way as well. Maybe. And then we come over here, and what have we got? Well, we've got left again. And we've got this one over here. Excuse me. We should go over to there. This one will come over to here. And this will come over to here. So each of those are joining the various three lanes. That one carries on. That one carries on that way. That one is only for that way. So that can carry on up there as well. All right, I don't know if that's going to help. Let's run it and see what happens. It will be interesting to see how this changes anything. I'm going to need to move that station. That's a shame. Okay, move. Hello. Why can't I click on that? Because I got that one. Is that why? Yeah. Move. Oh, that's infuriating. All right, let's. I've got game pause, so let's take that line out for a minute. Let's move this. Where are we going to move it to? This side. And then we just need to reconnect the line. Well, that way's easy. This way's a little bit off. So I'm just going to take that back. And we're going to put a curving line. And we're just going to swing it round. There we are. And we need to make sure the lines are actually in place, of course. I think it was the green line that went over there. I'm not convinced it was, but I think it was. Maybe the blue line. Where is the blue line? Let's have a look at the blue line. The next line is green line is broken, so which line is that? Where is that? Hello? Well, yes, I mean, that's the one I'm trying to put back in. Clever clogs. Alright, just run it for a bit. Sometimes these things correct themselves. I wouldn't be absolutely sure that's what's going to happen, but you never know. Right, zone that. Zone that. So I'm not absolutely sure this is going to work. So the design, although it doesn't look like a roundabout, it should work like a roundabout. That's the thought process. But again, we've probably got too much going on here. This seems to flow. Heavy, but it's moving. Well, okay, might have made a difference. Because we don't have traffic queuing off this slip road at the moment. So that's a good development. Yeah, these lines aren't fixing themselves, are they? So what did I put there then? Oh, I put the ML2, so it's Metro Line 8, ML8. That doesn't connect. Well, I don't know where ML8 is. Apparently it's visible, but I can't even see the thing. Line incomplete. Well, obviously. Okay, I'm just going to take that out. I'm not convinced that was a proper one. I think that might have just decided to put itself in for no particular reason. Okay. So we've got the green line going up to there and back. It's not looping. Why isn't it looping? Because we've got to stop there. We can loop round to that, surely. We've got a green train there for some reason. Oh yeah, okay. So it's just covered up with the blue line. Fine. So that comes around, up to there, goes down to this stop here. It makes sense to go out to here. I don't know why it doesn't. Because I didn't tell it to. Well, I know that. Okay, so what we've got is comes down, it goes up. Basically, it goes all over the place. It's fine. It's connected. I don't care. The whole metro system needs a complete overhaul, really. And think about how it's all connecting up to each other. Right, what have we got here? Is this an old bus stop that doesn't exist anymore? Public transport again. Looks like it, doesn't it? Turn that off. It's a green one. It's probably the X1 rail link then. Let's take that off. Wait, off I said. Okay, move it then. It would help if I pushed the right mode. Good grief. Turn it off. Right, there we go. That sorts that out. Good. Right, we'll see how it flows. I mean, we've got a little bit of a build-up here of traffic, so this crossroads is still going to be a problem, I think. But in terms of this area... Why are you just sitting there? In terms of this area, that seems to be flowing. So that's good. That's progress. I'll put some trees in there, just make it look nice. Since we can't zone next to the motorways, which is what the roundabout is, we'll have some greenery. There we go. Okay, so we've made progress. This junction that I've been umming and ahhing about for a long time has finally changed Whether it'll be for the better, or for the worse, or just exactly the same, I have no idea. But that is progress. I've been so stalled about doing something here because we had so much. We still do have a lot here. Oh, I need to fix the... Oh, you idiot. I need to fix the metro. Yeah, I've been so stalled about doing changes here. Can't build on the motorway. Can build there. If I delete that connection and then bring that across. Right, that fixes that. Excuse me again. There we go. Right. So yes, I've been so stalled about doing something at this junction because it's been so busy and there's been so much here. To actually have done something with it, I think is good progress. And we're back up to 58,000 in our population, which is excellent news. We're not too far off where we were at the start of the stream, which was 61,000. The money is absolutely fine and has been throughout the game, apart from one time when I decided to do an evacuation of residents when we had a 9.8 on the scale earthquake. This is complaining, no road access. Well, you don't like it because it's a motorway. Oh, see, things don't work quite as I'd like. Oh, no! Rats. Oh, that's irritating. That's really irritating. Absolutely frustrating. Okay. Can I just bring a road off here? Yeah, I know the space is occupied. I'm trying to do it as near as I can without it complaining. Ow! How irritating. Really irritating. Oh, sorry, it's that, isn't it? I thought it was the other thing complaining. What's this? Firehouse. Move. You can go there. Why not? And then I can pop a little road in here. How close can I get? Does that give it enough road access? Is it going to be happy with that, or is it just going to be the wrong way around? It's not going to be happy with it, is it? How irritating. Really annoying. Fine. To turn your back to the road. There you go. Okay, that was a bit of a pain. I didn't think about that because this is a motorway grade road now. You can't build next to it, so never mind. We're certainly flowing. It's certainly still busy, but it is flowing. But we are getting a little bit of a backlog on this small road coming in. Bear with me a second. I've just seen a follow from you, Sam, if you're still on the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. Apologies for not seeing that sooner. I need some way of notifying, you know, like a big blaring sound to play out my speakers or my headphones when somebody follows me. I've just had a little look at the activity feed and I say, oh, there's a new follow, so thank you for that. Of course, all follows are appreciated, so anyone else who's watching the stream, if you want to click the follow button, that would be greatly appreciated. You get the notification bell as well, so click the notification bell and you will know when I'm streaming again and you can see how the city develops. City Skyline is my main game. It's not the only game I play on stream, but it is the main game I play on stream. I do also have Horace on the go and Mark of the Ninja. which I haven't played too much on stream, but they do appear from time to time, and I do like to do a little bit of retro stuff every now and again, although I haven't got a retro game on the go at the moment, so I need to decide what I'm going to play on that front. But Cities Skylines is the main thing that I do play at the moment. It's the thing that seems to be sinking a lot of my time. Right, we've got a demand for industry here. We need to think where more industry is going to go, and we've cleared out some space over here because there's a lot of landfill over here, so this could probably be worth a revisit. We've got incinerators, so it's not completely clean, and we've got sort of bad spacing now because of the way this all laid out with the landfill landfill sites. So let's just tweak things, and what we're going to do is just level this out. Like so. And I'm going to level out this side as well. So I don't really do this much. Sort of leveling things out. We can't do too much. We've got a line, a metro line going under there, so that's why that's a little bit off. That's okay. So we've got a huge area we can zone here for office-based industry. I'm going to pop a little road down here just to expand what I can do. Excuse me. Just to use up a bit more of that space. So again, office-based industry is going to go in there. Basically, the industry is being cleaned up in this city. For the most part, not entirely, but for the most part. What was horrendously polluting is now getting cleared up a lot. Let's rezone these. It's not completely clean over here. We've got incinerators. And we do still have some legacy in this industry, which I'm just going to start swapping over. There we are. That'll do for now. I'll probably do the rest in a bit. Oh, we got incineration plant. What's my power like at the moment? Do I need to... Excuse me. Well, do I rebuild the incinerator? No, I don't want to rebuild the incinerator because I want to keep things clean. So let's take that out completely. Not worry about that. Now, saying that, I should replace with some more power generation. So I'm going to have a power supply, a power station down here. I want to extend this road out a bit next to the expo centre. So if I put it this side, if I extend the road here, probably say the slope is too steep, but we'll see. Oh no, it's fine. There we go. Because that's clean, doesn't pollute. That'll give me a nice margin, I should think. Yeah, well, moderate margin. I don't want to happen what happened the other day when I didn't realise I'd exceeded my power generation, and then all of a sudden the sewage outlet stopped working. I wasn't noticing it happening at all because I was spending a lot of time on the road network over here, and then before I realised it, I'd lost 15,000 of my population. I was losing about 40,000 a week in money, and everywhere over here was getting filled with basically sludge. Until I realised what was going on and had to repair the power. I don't want that to happen again. There's a clip of that on twitch.tv/BG2019UK. Right, that's sorted the industry demand. We still need more commerce. We need a commercial zone. So I've tried a commercial zone before, though, and people complain about not enough educated workers, which is interesting. Okay, there was a school here, was there not? Need to rebuild the school. Missed that. That was from the earthquake. There's a high school, there's an elementary school. Okay, elementary school capacity is down. Okay, so that needs sorting. High school capacity is down as well. Whose struggling then with elementary schools? Well, there's a bit of residential over here. Is that residential? Yeah. So let's pop a school in over there. They need a school. Come on, fit that. Oh, it's so annoying when one doesn't quite fit in. Okay. Sorry, people. You're going to lose your house for a school. We'll zone that there. Why have we got offices zoned there? That's weird. I don't want offices there. I don't know what I think sometimes with the zonings. I think I just go completely insane. There we are. If you've just joined the stream, I will apologise again. My voice is not at its best today. I have a cold. You will hear me cough. You will hear me sniff. And my voice is a little bit husky. So I apologise for that. There you go. See? Proves the point. Cough, cough. Right, that improves the elementary school coverage. Let's have another look. Not enough. Right. Who else is struggling with school places? What have we got in zoning over here? Yeah, over there needs a school then. Let's pop one of those in that corner there. We're nearly back up at 60,000, which is excellent. Just about got capacity. 5151 eligible. Capacity 5950. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's look at high school. Yeah, we've got... we're in the yellow for high school, so we should increase it. I've been streaming too long. I can't talk. I need to increase the capacity for high school students. We've got high school down there. We don't have one up here. So the problem with this area is it's just such a mass of roads. It's trying to find where to fit everything in. What am I doing? Schools. High schools. Is that a park there? I think it is, yeah. So I could put... No, I can't put one in that space. I need a road in a way, but that's not the point. The question is, where am I going to squeeze in a school? It's not going to happen over here, which is a shame because they need one. We've got industry over here. We do have good road links across, 2 road links across the motorway. I've got a slip road here that's a bit in the way. If that were to disappear, that could help. So I wonder if I should rework that slip road. If it came back, but then I need to work on that other connection underneath. Alright, let's do that. Let's take this out, because that is in the way. Let's see if we can put a new slip road in. I'll try and keep it close as I can. Gonna have to take that out as well. So yeah, keep it fairly close, but we're just going to push it back a bit. There we go. Now, underground, we've got this slip road, which is going to be an issue now. And I've just realised I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? That slip road is off. This one should be on. Yeah, no, that's the slip road. That's backwards. That's fine. Okay, let's sort that out quickly before I confuse myself further. Hello. Why can't I page up and page down? Thank you. Upgrade. Turn that around. So I thought I made a bit of a mistake there, but I think it's okay. Now, the question is, can I get that other slip road connected? Is there space under there to do a tunnel? Because I would bet there isn't. Slope too steep. Because it needs to connect up to that one. Right, it can go down there. Slope too steep. Space occupied. Come on, find somewhere. let's put that in there, because this is a slip road off here. Let's see if I can bring it down further. No, I don't want to go up there, thank you. Okay, that looks like it's working for now. Don't worry about the direction, I'll sort the direction out in a bit. What did I just do? Did that work? Did that connect? Yeah, I think it did. Right, okay, good. Turn that around. Oh, you... Click on the right bit would be nice. Okay, then that joins that, and then I can take out that link there, because we've changed the route. Okay, so that pushes some space back here, and hopefully I can get a road in to put a new school in. And I'll come off the roundabout. Sorry, houses. Let's see. Hello, cloudy Wolverhampton. Probably cloudy here. I'm not a million miles away from you. Over in North Warwickshire. What am I doing? School. Oh, after all that, it still doesn't fit. Ah. Okay, no, it's alright. We can make it work. We can make it work. Okay, bring the road over here. I'm going to move this, because that's in the way now. Okay, that comes out. That can go up here now, because I don't think that's going to have too much problems. And then hopefully, I can then fit the school in. Come on, come on. Yes! Huzzah! It fits. It really is a case of squeezing everything in, trying to make it all fit. Oh no, what's not connected here? Is that just facing the wrong way? Try and see underneath the road, but I can't. There we are. That's alright, that was just going the wrong way. Find the space somewhere. It's very much a squeeze. Let's have some trees. It's a school, it's got to look nice. They don't want to be looking out there. Oh no, they don't want to be playing in the playground and admiring the slip road too much. So let's just put a row of trees in here. Not in a very straight line, but that's okay. We'll just pad that out. There we go. There we are. Should we put some on that side as well? Just fill in the space, just make it green. Know my luck, it'll all get struck by lightning and we'll all burn down. Tends to be what happens when I put trees in. And let's just continue the theme as we go around here. There we go. Excuse me. Right, there we are. Okay, good. So, I mean, I put the school in there. I mean, that's not educating people over here, of course. But you never know. Maybe that will stop them complaining about the lack of educated workers. I wouldn't bet on it, but you never know. Okay, let's have a look at schools. Elementary is just okay. A high school really is just okay. University is fine. Public library, who cares? Good. That's progress. We're nearly back at 60,000. Come on, 60,000. I'd hate to finish this stream at significantly less. Okay, it's not significantly less. I started the stream at 61,000. It'd be nice to finish the stream at just over 60 again. Because how long are we going? 2 hours 45 we've been going. This is probably a mammoth session for me. I normally only do about an hour and a half. But this game, it really does sink time. Got a fire over here. What's going on? That's okay. It's only a little one. I get worried when I see fire symbols over this way. I think this forest is going to go up. This has gone up about 4 times since I put it in. With the idea of just shielding a little bit of the noise from the water input and the wind turbines in the river there. But it does have a habit of catching fire. Right, let's have another look at traffic. Traffic has been a big focus today. How are we looking for fire safety? Let's have a look, shall we? Probably could do with a few more fire stations. We've got fire coverage. We've got helicopter coverage over here. We do have a fire station down here. One up there. Could probably do with another one here. Let's pop another one in. That one. Just a fire station, not a firehouse. Where are you going to go? Just put you down here in the corner. There we are. Whoops. Lost my map. There we go. Right, so fire safety. Yeah, we've got a bit of coverage. This was put in to help deal with the forest fires over here, which tended to set off this whole street. And I've had a couple of blazes where the whole street has been on fire. Greetings, Silent Thunder. Thank you for coming along. But we do have helicopter coverage as well to help deal with any forest fires that might crop up. The rest of the city, maybe it could be a bit better, actually. I mean, most of it's covered to a degree. Actually, probably down here isn't, thinking about it. This new estate. I always forget about services. Always. Let's put a fire station in over here. If I build a new residential or any estate whatsoever, you can guarantee I will forget about fire stations, I will forget about police stations, and as we've seen, I will forget about schools. Right, there we go, 60,000. We're back, almost back up to where we were, which is excellent news. Let's have a look at the demographics, shall we? Seniors are down, and this is why I think we had a population decline throughout the session today. It's probably that a lot of the seniors were dying off. We've got a potential problem with the same thing is going to happen as these adults age, 23,000 adults there. But we have roughly the same when you combine children, teens and young adults together. So maybe. We'll probably see another drop at some point as everybody ages and dies off. As long as they keep coming back, then it's not too much of a problem. Right, I am going to wrap the stream up at that point, because we've been 2 hours 50. My ear is hurting from these headphones, and I could do with a drink. So, if you haven't done so already, do hit the follow button and the notification bell, and you can pop along to the city at any point you like when I'm streaming and see how things are developing. You know, just visit the city of Portland. It's a nice place to be. Gradually growing, very slowly. Trying to, well, I say it's gradually growing. It hasn't grown today, but it's going in the right direction. The net result of the game is that it is slowly growing, which is good. We've had a few problems, we've had a few disasters, we've overcome them. Will we keep doing that? Well, only time will tell. So do follow and do hit the notification bell and pop back in whenever you like. I try and keep a schedule, if I can, updated on the site twitch.tv/BG2019UK. It's not a set in stone schedule, unfortunately, but I will try to stream weekday mornings, probably around 10 o'clock in the morning, give or take half an hour. But it all depends on what work is doing, and unfortunately work has to take precedence. But do have a look on there, and I'll try and keep an update of when I will be at next live. I also play some other games from time to time. Horace is a game that's going on. What else? Mark of the Ninja. And sometimes I do a bit of retro stuff as well, if I can. Let's just have a quick look at what's going on here. Medical clinic needs rebuilding. Missed that. There we go. Keep everybody happy. So yeah, all that goes on the stream, and anything else that might pop to mind as and when, really. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again. But in the meantime, have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.